Hey there, guys. We have another video for you. So let's make our lesson go nice and big so we can see what today's video is all about. So our video lesson goal for today is scholars will be able to properly define the attributes of a square and a rectangle, and scholars will be able to state the relationship between the various quadrilaterals we have learned about. So let's get started. And so first thing we're going to work with is this shape right here. And yes, as we know, we call it a square. But what is a square exactly? Well, what do the annotations tell us? So we're going to take a real close look at the annotations of this shape. So let's first start with the corners, right? So I do notice that each corner has that little box annotation. And I remember that those annotations represent right angles. So I see that this shape has four right angles. I also see that each side has exactly two tick marks. That lets me know that every side is equal. So this shape has four equal sides. And like how some of you high flyers have been calling it, we can also call this shape like equilateral. And then I also see that there's arrows on the sides, but not each side has the same amount of arrows. So I see the left and the right has one pair of arrows, and the top and the bottom has two pairs of arrows. So that lets me know that the left and the right side are parallel, and the top side and the bottom sides are parallel. So that this shape has exactly two pairs of parallel sides. So that brings us to our official definition. A square is a quadrilateral with four equal sides, two pairs of parallel sides, and four right angles. Now, let's work with this shape. Yes, I know you guys have been calling it a rectangle, but what do the annotations tell us? Well, let's start with the corners again. So I see the corners have the little boxes in each of them. So this lets me know that this also has four right angles. But now let's be careful with the tick marks. I see the top and the bottom has one tick mark, and the left and the right has two tick marks. This lets me know that the top and the bottom are equal to each other, and the left and the right are equal to each other. So this time we have opposite sides that are equal. And just like with the tick marks, each pair of sides has a different set of arrows as well. The top and the bottom have two pairs of arrows, and the left and the right has one pair of arrows. That lets me know that this has two pairs of parallel sides. So that brings me to my official definition of a rectangle. Is a quadrilateral with opposite sides that are equal, two pairs of parallel sides, and four right angles. Well, we already discussed it, and I knew or knew those definitions inside and out. But now I have a question for you guys. Is a rectangle a square? Whoa there. Well, now let's try to figure that out, right? So this is what I'm gonna do. I have our fully annotated rectangle right here. Have my definition of a square right here. We're gonna go definition of a square one by one and see if we can find that in our rectangle, right? So a definition of a square. First, we have four right angles. Well, I'm looking at this rectangle. I see in every corner there is an annotation for a right angle. So this does have four right angles. What about two pairs of parallel sides? Well, I do see that the top and the bottom have two sets of arrows. That's letting me know that's one set of parallel sides. And the left and the right has one pair of arrows. So those are another set of parallel sides. So this actually has two pairs of parallel sides as well. Check. What about four equal sides? Well, not every side has the same amount of tick marks. The top and the bottom have one tick mark, and the left and the right have two tick marks. So not every side is equal. Yes, it does have equal sides, but not every side is equal. So four right angles, check. Two pairs of parallel sides, check. But this does not have four equal sides. So we could say a rectangle is not a square. Let's make that nice and big so we can all see that. A rectangle is not a square, guys. So now let's go to our next question. Is a square a rectangle? Well, let's do what we just did with the last shape. Let's bring a picture of a fully annotated square. Let's get our definition of a rectangle, and let's go one by one. So let's start off with four right angles. So I see in every corner there is an annotation of a right angle. So this does have 4 right angles. I also see that this also has 2 pairs of parallel sides. The top and the bottom have one set of parallel sides, and the left and the right has another set of parallel sides. So yep, this has 2 pairs of parallel sides. Now our opposite sides are equal. Well, I do know all sides are equal because every side has equal amount of tick marks. But are opposite sides equal as well? Can we say that as well? Well, if you look at the top side, it has 2 tick marks, and the bottom side has 2 tick marks. So those sides are equal. And the left side has 2 tick marks, and the right side has 2 tick marks. So those sides are equal as well. So we can say opposite sides equal. Is it the most specific way of saying it? No. The most specific way is saying all sides are equal. But we can say opposite sides are equal as well. So when we go definition by definition, it has 4 right angles, 2 pairs of parallel sides, and opposite sides are equal as well. So guess what, guys? Let's make this nice and big. A square is a rectangle, guys. So I want you guys to watch this video a couple times. And if you have any questions, like always, make sure to send the email. Peace out.